Alright guys, so let's talk about everything that we learned today. I'm going to get into this video right here. Starting off right away, Cam Taylor-Britt is in the NFL concussion protocol. He did not practice today. We'll wait and see what ends up happening with him. Irv Smith was back at practice today, so that's a big W. Also, Keem Davis-Gaither was not at practice today. He is still out with his, injury. And pretty much everybody else was at practice. So that's the big W, obviously other than Chuck Sizzle, who's on IR. That was a big W, okay? Then at practice, Joe Burrow was a full participant in practice, and he was very, very mobile. As you can see right here, by the way, shout out to Fox 19 Jeremy for posting this, but he was very active at practice today, moving around, the pocket, really getting out there. And that's good to see, because if we go back to what he said today in one of his press conferences, he did say that after the Titans game, even though he did get hit 9 times and he was sacked repeatedly and it did not look good, he did say that this is the best he felt, so far this year pretty much. He's felt like his old self. He feels like he's 100% back, and, his calf is not healed, but better, right? And that's good to see him be more mobile in practice. Obviously, in that Titans game, he did have one run in that Titans game, so he was a little bit mobile in that Titans game. And, as many weeks as we can get past, this injury and problems with this injury, the better, right? At the end of the day, it sucks what's happening, but once he can get healed up and get better and get out there again, we can at least scrape by these wins. And honestly, that's exactly what he said today. He said Sunday's win is a must-win game. He said that, pretty much you got to win any way you can Sunday. And that we cannot lose. And that's obvious. We can't go 1-4, okay? We can't. If we go 1-4, there's a 6% chance we make the playoffs, okay? And I think we will win Sunday. I truly believe we will win Sunday. We'll go 2-3. And then that's a stepping stone on moving forward. Where do we go from there, right? 2-3 is going to be tough, but then you beat Seattle. 3-3, you go into your bye week, and there's going to be a lot of things. I mean, this is probably going to be the most impactful bye week we're going to have in a very, very long time. And I'm talking about years, because we're going to have to look at every little detail of this team, moving forward after our bye week. Because again, we got the 49ers, we got the Bills, we got the Steelers, we got the Ravens after that. Like, there's going to be a lot of things we're going to have to perfect, sit down, and figure out. Because whether or not, this needs to be a coaching adjustment, whether or not this needs to be Joe Burrow, really getting more healthy, I don't know, right? Because at the end of the day, it's scary. It really is. And you look at the schedule moving forward, we looked at it before, I think this team will be a playoff team. I truly believe they will still be a playoff team. I still believe they can go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. But at this moment in time, as we always say, we're taking this one game at a time, right? And it's sad to say this, but every game moving forward is a must-win game. There's no excuses on why we don't win any of these games. Well, I mean, obviously they're good teams, but that we don't at least look like the old offense again. And I've said this many times throughout the season so far. If we were to lose these games where we look like we're kind of like the old team, offense is going, like they lost to Baltimore, right? We lost to Baltimore, and I didn't come away from that loss to Baltimore thinking, wow, this is awful, right? I mean, obviously I did, but my mentality was like, it sucks that we lost, but we saw something. We saw offense get going. Obviously, it was in the second half, but we saw offense getting going. We saw that, our special teams unit obviously had a punt return. So while, yes, we lost and it sucked, it was like, okay, well, we got something away from it, right? We took something away from it. And then the Rams win, it was like, okay, well, we took something away from that too. We played really great defense. And then the Titans, it was nothing. So I feel like what we have to do is really build upon every win moving forward. So if we do beat the Cardinals this Sunday, and I say if because nothing is guaranteed with this team right now. If we beat the Cardinals this upcoming Sunday, we're going to have to really take away from that win. And that win's going to have to be one side of the ball or every facet. I mean, the best way to win this game this upcoming Sunday is going to be, if we can win and dominate in every facet of the game. I mean, if we can win, obviously, offensive line-wise, Joe-wise, play calling, defense, everything, right? And if it is execution, then I guess, as they always say, I mean, Coach Taylor, everyone pretty much at this point is saying it's execution. If it's execution, then him being more mobile and being able to kind of move around the pocket is going to be a huge W. But again, like I said, having Irv Smith back out there is going to be nice to, get another weapon out there. T most likely is probably going to play, even with a rib injury. So I'm not sure how limited he's going to be in that game. He might be on a snap count. So it's tough, man. It's really tough. But you got to keep in mind, guys, we got to have faith in this team still. No matter what, I will always say, I love this team. I believe in this team. And I believe we can get this job done and win a Super Bowl. And I know it's going to be tough. And this is the point of the season. This is why seasons are always, tough going, back and forth throughout the season pretty much. But this is it, man. Full at practice. He looks like he's good. He looks like something is, recovering well. And as long as number 9 can get back to work and get back healthy, we can go far a long way. But it's going to start at number 9. It's going to start this play calling. And it's going to really get going as soon as, we can. Because the season is not forgivable once you get too many losses, right? So, right now, 1-3. I'm not even going to say road to 14-3 starts here. I say road right now to 11-7. Or was I 10-7, 11-6 starts here? I'll say that, okay? I'll say that because I'm not even fully optimistic myself that we could win all these games. I don't think we're going to win every single game moving forward. I think that we're going to be very lucky to hit 10 wins this season. But you know what? I think we can do it. I think we can do it. And I think it's going to take every single one of us coming together and really rallying as a team. Joe said something which was absolutely true today. He said sitting there and worrying and, just panicking is not going to help anyone. Doesn't help anyone get anywhere, right? To sit there and be like, oh, well, it's over. It's over. It does not help anyone. As long as you stay optimistic, it's going to keep you in games. Right? It's going to keep you in this season. Because at the end of the day, you lose hope and you're done. So, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. But again, like I said, guys, I will be live this upcoming Sunday for the Cardinals game in Arizona. That game's going to be a little bit crazier. I think, actually, if I'm correct, is that a 4 o'clock game? Because it's Arizona, so I feel like it's a 4 o'clock game. That game is 4:05. So, yeah, a little bit later here. So, usually we got 1 o'clock games. That game's actually 4 o'clock. So, I'll be live a little bit later then. But, let's go. Who they? Who they? Who they think they gonna beat them Bengals? Nobody. Ready to chant that once we start winning more. I'm ready, guys. Let's go. Who they?